Welcome back to BalaCore Fitness Show here on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. I'm Ellen Como. I'm here with Oriana John. Oriana John has, when I first met Oriana, she's beautiful, first of all, always beautiful. But now she started working out, and it's been 2 years.
August.
And her body just keeps getting better and better and better, more fit, and more fit. So her body just keeps changing all the time. And it's become such a way of life for you. And why I'm so excited is that you didn't just lose the weight and stopped. You kept going, and now you're going to have this body that you're living in right now forever. Because you know the secret and you know the work.
Remember the conversation I had with you when I started and I started to see the results. I said to you, I don't want to be one of those people who lose it just because. And then I said, I want us to show people that in 1 year I'm still progressing. No, it's 2 years and I'm still progressing.
Yes. Yeah, we had that conversation because we were talking about that. I remember that so specifically. We were talking about the challenges, the 60-day challenges.
Yes.
And you said, no, we need a year challenge, not 60-day challenge. Yes. Because I want to know, I don't want to lose weight in 60 days
and win some money. And then once you get that money, you're like, yep, celebrate, let's go out and eat.
Exactly.
I didn't want that. I wanted it to be my lifestyle, not just 60-day lifestyle or 90-day lifestyle, but this is my lifestyle for the rest of my life.
Yep, and that's why 6 months to a year would be a perfect challenge.
Because I think after 6 months, you're committed. You're not going to go back. 60 days, 90 days, yeah, you're like, ooh, I'm done.
Right.
But you have 6 months, you're definitely in for the long haul till the day you pass.
That's it.
Yes.
Yeah, my grandmother, she worked out till literally the day she died.
That's good.
She did. She did chair aerobics the day she died.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, she did all.
That's going to be us when we get old?
Yeah, it will be. I'll be doing it. We'll be doing it though. We'll sit on the BalaCore. I'll be sitting on a chair. But she did. She was so committed. She was my mentor for working out. I would do Jack LaLanne with her every morning.
Jack LaLanne.
And so she also cooked really healthy, where I had my mom who was all over the place with her nutrition. My mom and I could have a show on our own together with the crazy diet she did. And she did some that I couldn't even believe that she did. So she's run the gamut of all of them. And then I had my grandmother, who is an extremely healthy chef. She would cook all the time, very healthy. Everything was very balanced. Today, how we always have to have our protein, our grain, and our vegetable carb. That's the way my grandmother cooked when I was a little girl. So when she really was like my fitness, I guess my fitness kind of angel in a way. And then I had my other grandmother who lived in New York City, right outside of New York City, in a place called Queens. Yeah. And she would take me to the finest restaurants in New York, and we'd always have to have dessert first. Don't waste your time on a meal when you can have your dessert. And if you're still hungry, then you eat. So I had, two polar opposites of information and I've now become a balance of both, where I love my healthy food. I love working out like my grandmother, and I love the sugar like my mother and my other grandmother.
I'm still not a sugar person. I'm not a dessert person, but there's this one dessert that I like. It's at Wolf Creek. Butterscotch bread pudding. That is it.
Butterscotch is amazing.
It's so good.
So, and we can have those things.
But if I buy a slice, it lasts me all week. That's the difference, because I don't like sweet that much, so I can't really eat a lot. One of the things since I started working out with you two, I've noticed I've changed and eaten a lot more greens. I've introduced different greens like kale. I never used to eat kale. I didn't even know it existed. I love it.
Do you know what I love about kale? That when you make a salad for yourself, the next day it would be too wilty and you couldn't eat it. Kale. A kale, you can make a salad and save it up to 3 days and eat a little bit every day. So, and it's funny, when I first started eating kale, I didn't like it.
They have different variety, because the first one I had, it was kind of stiff and rubbery, and the instructions the girl gave me was kind of blanch it, but it still wasn't. And now I see the different varieties, and now you can eat it raw. You don't have to do anything to it.
Well, honestly, I think our taste buds adjusted too a little bit.
Oh, okay.
I do. Because now if I have a lettuce salad, I'm like,
I don't do
what's
lettuce.
this wilty little thing?
I don't do lettuce anymore. It's a waste.
Isn't that funny? We don't even, okay, now before when we had that kale, we were just, I couldn't wait to get my lettuce salad. And now it's completely changed. So I think it has a lot to do with our adjustment. And that's it. If you're, however you're eating right now, if you start eating over to a healthier lifestyle, which I have my nutrition coming out so soon. It's like
I'm so excited about
almost
it.
right there. But as soon, and I cannot wait to launch it. But it is a very healthy way of eating. And as soon as you're doing it, though, and you're feeling better, and there are some things that I'm going to give you. If you're having a sugar moment, I have 3 or 4 things to do. You're allowed to have a little dark chocolate with this nutrition. You're allowed to have 12 ounces of red wine, and that's a night. That's 12 ounces is your top. That doesn't mean every night either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe 1 or 2 nights a week. And you're also, but there's things I do with fruits that you can make slushes, and you can make, these smoothies and juices that really take away our cravings for sugar. So we don't have to do it with anything artificial. And once you start eating that way, when you go to grab even a couple potato chips or something, and they're not fresh, your body just doesn't adjust to it very well. It doesn't taste that well either. So our taste buds do truly change. They truly do. And that's why on that note with the nutrition, I've sent out the food list to a lot of people already, and I want them to get used to the food list. Like, these are the foods that I'm going to be introducing to your nutrition and how you're going to eat.
I didn't get a copy of that.
Oh, okay, I need your email. I'll send it. I'll put you on the list. And then you're going to get portions and the meal plan. And then is when I'm going to start sharing on Parlay Fit. We're going to start sharing with each other recipes that we come up with, and I'm going to be putting tips and hints in there and how to get. I have a mid-afternoon juice that I do if you need energy, and it works as well as coffee, but it's much natural. It's so easy. If you have a Bullet or a Ninja at home, all you do is take a cup of dark cherries, frozen, a cup of frozen organic mango in chunks, and 1 1/4 cup of water. Throw it in your Bullet and let it go. You can make a slushie out of it and drink that. Because it's all anti-inflammatory, it really flushes things out of your body. Because it has the natural sugars of the fruit, you have a natural sugar. I want to say you get your energy, because that's where we get our energy, is from carbs, from the sugars and the carbs and things. So it just gives you natural energy that lasts a few hours, and then you don't crash because it's natural.
So with this plan you're working on, you're going to be telling us or have like how to prepare certain meals, but is that correct?
Yeah, I'm going to be giving you a food list, and then you're going to get portions, how much of you should, and then you're going to get a meal plan, meaning at every meal, this is what it should look like. And what I'm doing for seasoning, because spices are an extremely important part of proper nutrition. We don't think that. We think they're just there to enjoy, but spices have healing properties to them. They really do. So turmeric, look it up. There's just a whole list of things turmeric is good for. Cinnamon, cayenne pepper, paprika, ginger, all these things. If you look, they're anti-inflammatory. Parsley, believe it or not, is amazing for you. So what I might do is take some parsley and some fresh ginger and a little turmeric for the smokiness, and put it into a food processor and make it almost powdered form. Parsley obviously isn't going to be completely powdered form because it's fresh, and I mix it with a little bit of lemon olive oil and kind of put it on the chicken that I'm cooking, and it's absolutely delicious. Because it's got that lemon and a little bit of, and lemon as well. So he's got a little bit of lemon, a little bit of smoke, all these different things.
And most of these are going to be easy, simple, and quick.
So easy, so simple. I don't really like spending a lot of time. Are there going to be a couple of them that aren't going to be as simple as quick? Yeah. There's going to be a couple on a Sunday evening if you feel like getting everything out and going crazy. There's going to be that too. And then everyone on there on Parlay Fit we're going to start that community on Facebook where people are going to start adding their recipes.
Okay.
So we're going to be finding new recipes, and we don't know how involved they're going to get. We might have the 3 ingredient chef, and we might have the 25 ingredient chef.
3 ingredient chef.
Yeah, I know. Wouldn't that be fun if we could do everything in 3 ingredients? I know. Well, you could, but it wouldn't be a very fun meal, but you could do it. No taste. So there's going to be a lot of spices. I want you to play with spices. I want you to play with food. I want you to have fun with healthy food and find out fresh food. For breakfast, the way I do, instead of hash browns and eggs, what I do is I cook a sweet potato the night before, not all the way through. And then the next morning, I cut a third of the sweet potato off, chunk it, and then put some coconut oil, spray on a pan, and brown that sweet potato. Put 2 eggs and egg white in it, and scramble it up. Top it with some fresh avocado and hot sauce.
Okay.
It's an amazing breakfast. It doesn't take that long. I do it in the morning. It takes maybe 2-3 minutes to make. It does not take any time. But everything in there is anti-inflammatory and healthy. And you're getting your you're getting your carb, you're getting your protein, you're getting your fats, you're getting everything that you need right there in one meal. So those are the kind of things that I'm going to be passing on with this nutrition. So I'm excited about it. It's something that I've been working on for a long time. And for me going through menopause right now and looking, why are women going through menopause? They're not necessarily fat, but they have like this look of bloat to them. So why is that? What does bloat come from? It comes from inflammation. So when I started really looking into anti-inflammatory foods and realizing that a lot of our illnesses and diseases come from inflammation, and a lot of our joint pain comes from inflammation. So much comes from inflammation. So if we take that, if we have foods that naturally take us out of that state, why wouldn't we eat them? And they're delicious. They're really, really good.
Is it healthy food?
They're healthy food. Yeah, really. Why aren't we eating it? Because it's healthy. But healthy, you know what I love? Healthy used to mean brown rice, broccoli, and plain chicken. Now we're finally evolving to the point where healthy can really be tasty too, because we're figuring out how important spice is to having healthy food.
And if it tastes good, you will eat it, because in the past, the things I would see people eating when they said they were on diet, I wouldn't feed it to my cat.
Exactly. Yeah. Remember they used to call it rabbit food?
Yeah.
Like
the lettuce.
Food.
The people eating lettuce with dressing. I'm like, why bother?
Yeah. I knew someone in high school that she lived on cheddar cheese and Diet Dr. Pepper. That's all she ate. Yeah. And she was obviously very thin because she was malnourished. But yeah, that's the crazy things that we did. And what's great is now we have so much information and knowledge, so we're not going to do that.
So much healthy choices.
And restaurants.
Yes, a lot of healthy restaurant. Your mom is in Maui. We found this place in Maui, and it's a vegan place. Oh my goodness, I forgot the name, but I love it. I ate a lot of vegan food when I was there.
Yeah, and isn't that funny too? I would always say I'm a carnivore, and I'm still a carnivore. I truly am. But I have to say, I'm enjoying a lot of the more vegan dishes. Now, I do add protein to make sure I get my protein from animal throughout the day, but I'm very careful about what I'm doing too. The chicken that I'm doing is going to be organic.
Free range?
Free range and organic. And your eggs, remember, you want them free range and organic. If they're not both, you don't want them.
I remember the first time I tasted, I call it American chicken, because I would eat chicken that we had ourselves and we slaughtered and ate.
Wow.
So when I had it, the first time I had store-bought chicken, I thought it was rotten. It tasted different. I mean, of course, my taste bud adjusted to it, but it's still different. It's not as flavorful as the ones I grew up with that were free range. Definitely.
Yeah, because if you look at how they're stored just smacked in these cages, which is very inhumane, and I don't want to be part of that.
I'm going through a phase of can't eating meat right now.
Yeah, that's how, you know what?
I do. I am.
You kind of get to that place.
Yeah, I think I even said I got to go buy some fish because I'm looking at everything. I can't handle the red meat. I can't. I want a chicken. It's okay. I'm going to go get some salmon and some trout.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know. I think Facebook has done a lot for a lot of us going completely away from, the places that we used to do. It's really hard for me to eat pork anymore because I see these cute little pigs like jumping all over Facebook. I'm like, I can't eat that. So now how do I eat bacon now? It's not
get turkey bacon.
Yeah,
but it's not as tasty. That's the thing. They used to have a beef bacon years ago, and I used to get that, and it was a lot more costly, but I love it, and you can't find it now.
No. So so it's funny how I'm really staying. That kind of stuff isn't appetizing. Actually, last night I was watching TV with Bill, and he's probably listening. Hi, Bill, my boyfriend, and an M&M commercial came on. And they have these new M&Ms that have like cinnamon in them, like spicy M&Ms. And I said, I can't eat those. And he goes, why can't you eat them? I said, well, now that they gave them a face and a personality, I have no desire to eat an M&M. Not that I need to eat an M&M anyway, but it's like, why would I eat something that has a personality and a face to it? So, I don't like doing that. And when I'm seeing these little cute animals all over Facebook, and I'm seeing this little piglet just like so smart jumping around, and then I see a cow.
I grew up on a farm, girl. We knew it was going to be on the plate one day. I mean, I had a pet chicken. And I came home one day from school, and they told me that a car killed my chicken, so they cook it.
Oh.
And they saved me the leg, and there was an egg in it. And they watched me, and when I finished, they said, oh, no, we just wanted to cook a chicken, and we knew yours would be best because I pet it. It wasn't my pet. I spoiled the chicken. But I didn't. I knew one day it was going to be on my plate. It was delicious. I'm sorry to those who don't like it. It's life.
Well, that's different though too. Though you had them living very humanely in your home.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you had them running around.
Love.
I used to try and put a diaper on my chicken. It never happened.
Yeah.
It was
so it was like it had a really good life.
Yes.
And
that's why she tasted so good.
And that's why they did taste. And you know what? That's the truth, because if you keep those animals, although they're getting, they're given a bunch of antibiotics and stuff to keep them from spreading disease, but on top of that, they're living in stress.
Yes, it's horrible.
So we all know what stress does to our bodies. Can you imagine what stress is doing to that poor chicken? And then you're going to eat that stress, kind of, is what you're doing. So you want to know where your protein is coming from, definitely. With salmon, make sure it is live caught. You do not want farm.
I don't want no farm. And I don't know why they dye the salmon too,
It could be
it's appearance, but I think to me the salmon look great without that dye in it.
Yes, we don't need to dye it.
But a lot of people, I guess, wouldn't know what to do because they're only used to the dye-looking chicken. I'm not.
Yes, exactly, and that's it. You really don't want anything dyed. You want it to be. You want it to be fresh caught. All the fish, and I've got to say, if you're getting a fish that is freshly caught, it's in season as well. You can't. It's kind of sad when we're trying to force produce and force food into season when it's not supposed to be there.
I'm used to season. Like certain fruits I don't get because it's not in season when I go home. There's some exception where the season was late because of the weather. And then when I came here, it was like, wow, you can get the same thing all year long.
Exactly. And so important, right? And it tastes better when it's in season.
Yes.
And what I do like too, when maybe your favorite foods aren't in season and there's other foods, you're going to be more likely to try the foods you never would have tried before. So, be open to that. Don't always want to just be in your little box of food. Reach outside. The worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to try it and say, oh, I didn't like that very much. So what? You tried it. And that's what's important.
See, as I've gotten older too, because I was a fussy eater, very fussy. My mom was fussy. Me and my younger sister were fussy, just like her. And I didn't eat a lot of healthy foods, or I didn't try a lot of different things. I was very closed-minded, and then I just got old and I realized, you have to try it. It's good for you. And then once you tried some of them I didn't like, I never ate it again. Those things I gave it a second chance, though, even though I didn't like them. I'll give them another chance. And then the things that I discover I love. I mean, like Brussels sprout. Oh, my goodness. The first time I ate that thing, I could swear it was poison. No, I actually love Brussels sprout, and I love it more than cauliflower. I'm not a big cauliflower person. I don't know why. Looking at it, it just creeped me out. It's a creepy-looking vegetable.
Okay, that's not for you.
Yes.
Well, there's some vegetables that are not for all of us. Like broccoli doesn't work with my system.
Oh, I love broccoli.
See, and I love it.
I can just steam it and eat it like if it's a snack.
Yeah, and it doesn't work for my system. Peppers don't work for my system, and that's it. You're going to see on this list, and if you are eating a vegetable or fruit, and it's not agreeing with your system, there is a reason for that.
Yes.
And there's other vegetables and there's other fruits that will replace it. So go ahead and find what works with your system. Don't force things on yourself that if your body's saying no. There's a reason why your body's saying no. Just go with that. Your body knows what's best. And as you're going from, a lot of maybe fast foody or already prepared dishes to fresh food, you know what, your taste buds might not right away be open to that. Things might taste a little weird because you're not used to it, because you don't have all that salt and the stuff that they use on there to try to give it flavor, because it doesn't have any. So there could be a little bit of a transition. So allow yourself a double, triple try.
You know, when I steam my broccoli, I don't even put anything in it. I just wash the broccoli and steam it. And I know some people won't like this. I put it in a little Ziploc bag, and I put it in the microwave for a few minutes.
That's all you do?
Yes.
It's so simple. Yeah, so it's so simple. Okay, we need to take a break right here. This is Ellen Como and Oriana John on BalaCore Fitness Show here on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. Welcome back to BalaCore Fitness Show here on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. I'm here with my guest. I'm Ellen Como, by the way. I'm here with my guest, Oriana John. And we've been talking about Oriana's journey to fitness, but we've been talking about nutrition and everything else that goes along with being fit and healthy. And Oriana, what I want you to do is tell, like, if you had someone sitting across the table from you right now that you knew needed a lifestyle change, and they knew they needed a lifestyle change, what would you say to encourage them?
I think number one, you need that motivation. And I remember when I had gained the weight, especially the stomach, I don't like having a big stomach. I thought I would never, ever lose this stomach, ever. You know, I'm like, why bother? But you know what? Don't. Just come on in, give Ellen a week, and you will be amazed at how the results will be. And with Ellen there to motivate you, because when you're new, she really focuses on you to make sure you get the right form, you're doing everything the right way, and that's what helped me. It's the right form, because when I was younger, I don't know how many injuries I got from working out. But in Ellen's class, she focused on everyone. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how you can focus on everyone. I know, you're not doing that right, Bill, Kevin, Oriana. But she does. But really, don't give up. I know once you start that first week, that's when the motivation will kick in. When you see the results by the end of the week, you will be motivated to keep going. You're not going to stop, because you will see results in a week with BalaCore.
Yeah, BalaCore is pretty amazing. People they get results quicker than I ever thought. And now where we are in our new room where we are right now, there's mirrors all around us. And I just want to say, if you're not taking advantage of that, it's funny. After the first 3 days, I looked at my class and I'm like, well, you know, everyone's going, God, why does it feel like I'm working out so much harder?
Because you can see yourself.
My body
you can see yourself.
Sore? And
what I do is I'm looking at myself. I go, oh yeah, see that muscle. Like yesterday, we were doing, I think it was triceps. And I'm looking at the muscle and I'm like, whoa. So I'm making sure I do the move correctly and that muscle is working. So before I would probably just be doing it and maybe the muscle is working but not as well. But with the mirror and me seeing it, it made me focus more, and really, I think I'm a lot sorer, since we've been in that room, because we looked so much closely at the moves and make sure we're doing it correctly.
Absolutely. See, and that's just it.
Yes.
A mirror is a great motivator, so don't be afraid.
I didn't think so. I just didn't. I thought it was kind of vain to look at yourself.
No.
So that's why I even go home. I never look at myself at home. So you think I would notice all these muscles. I kind of glance, but not closely. Well, in the room now, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm working out. Yes, I see. We were doing that leg one, and I could see my little derriere just going up and down the muscle.
Working your booty.
And yes, and you know that. You know it's moving, because when you're not looking, you think, am I doing it right? Am I doing it right? But when you can see it, you're like, yes, I'm doing it right. Yes, I'm doing it right. I say that to myself through the whole workout.
And then what you do is you take the feeling and you take the sight, the seeing, and put that together, and it's such a winning formula, those two things together. Because the more you see it, you can feel it. The more you feel it, you can see it. It comes together, and now you're working harder than you thought. You actually are working harder than you've ever worked before. So don't be afraid. If you're in a classroom, don't be afraid of the mirrors. If you're at a gym, do not be afraid to watch yourself in the mirror. You should be right there. I have my classroom turn around so that they're closest to the mirrors that they could get, so they can really see what's working. So, especially with resistance training, you need to know that you're in proper form. Sometimes you're going to look at yourself from straight on. Sometimes you're going to look at yourself from the side. It depends what move you're doing as well. So that's another real, just, you talk about a motivator. Mirrors are the best motivators that you could possibly have.
And then I'm in the best form too, because I'm looking and go, okay, now I'm focusing more. Am I in the right form? Okay, yes. So I adjust myself because I'm looking in the mirrors. I know it's not just one; you have different angles. So
yeah, and as soon as you know what to do, you're going to be able to fix yourself. So I want to thank you, Oriana, for coming today. And
it's a pleasure.
Yeah, I wanted you to share your story because just so great for someone that's out there just thinking, how do I do this? Where do I start? Where do I go? What's supposed to, what am I supposed to experience? What am I supposed to feel? It's just there's a lot of questions that they have. And if you're interested in the Parley Fit Nutrition, you can go on to Parley Fit on Facebook. Go ahead, join the page. And you're going to be seeing, that's where I'll be releasing all the stuff coming out. I'm really excited about this nutrition because I know it's going to help a lot of men and women that are in their menopause years, especially. You're really going to like this. You are going to be able, like I always say, ban the menopause, because you're really going to be able to change your body and get rid of that menopause with this nutrition. I'll see you in 2 weeks. I got to get going here. I see that. I see our time's running out. And I want to thank you again, Oriana, for coming.
Welcome. Thank you so much, Ellen.
Absolutely. And I want everyone to go out and have a healthy and fit day. Bye-bye, everyone.